Since becoming a minimalist, my house is always perfectly clean. Everything in its neat little place, no chaos whatsoever. No, but the reality is, just like any home, our home gets messy. For one, we actually live inside this home, duh, and also we have 2 small children. The difference since becoming more minimal is just that messes are much quicker to clean. Like it's taking 5 minutes to tidy the toys rather than a whole hour of despair. So today I'm hitting the reset button. I'm tackling some mess, refreshing our space, and getting a few things done this morning. I started in the living room, just wanted to freshen up the space. I've put some toys away, and the place also needed a bit of dusting. I usually use my Purdy and Fig surface cleaner for pretty much any surface around the home. I love the smell, it's non-toxic, and we just love using it. I'm also doing a little bit of a dive inside of our TV unit. This is where I keep things for parcels. Like when I get a delivery, I try to save some of the wrapping just in case we sell something on Vinted, for example, and this is where that lives. I'm also going to straighten up the sofa, coffee table. This is an area where it's kind of a bit of a dumping ground, to be honest. I mean, we do live in the living room, right? So messes are just inevitable. So I'm gonna tidy up after breakfast because we did have breakfast in here this morning with the kids. Just putting some tech items away, and then I'm going to spray the surfaces. And it's amazing what a little spray of the surfaces and also a bit of straightening up the things on the sofa like cushions and throws makes such a big difference to how we feel in here. And I also think it helps that we have less pillows and less throws that get thrown around. My toddler has been playing with Play-Doh here, so we have these 2 baskets where we keep arts and crafts things, and I always find Play-Doh just laying everywhere. Today it was in the hallway, and yeah, I'm just gonna put this back where it belongs. Our IKEA Billy bookcase that we DIY'd a few months ago has been coming in really handy to keep stored all of these arts and crafts items, some kids books, and we also keep our toys in there as well. Our dining table is also a surface that can accumulate stuff. It's just inevitable with flat surfaces, right? So we have some craft things my kids have done together, maths books, so I'm gonna put those where they belong. I do find that having a place where all of these go makes such a huge difference, because if we know where things belong, it's going to be much more straightforward when we do want to tidy. Now, one area that really needed some love and care is our understairs cupboard. It has become a little bit of a dumping ground over the past few weeks, so I'm just gonna take things out, not everything, but just gonna go through drawers and declutter some of the items, because this is also where I keep our outbox. That's where all of the things we're going to donate or sell, that's where everything like that goes. And then I'm also going through all the little drawers, and this is kind of our command center, if you know what I mean. We've got drawers where we keep batteries, some of them for reusable carrier bags, just little random items like that need to have a special place in our home, because otherwise they clutter up surfaces, or they get thrown around, or they're very hard to find when you need one. So having them all in one spot here really helps us out. We also have a little drawer for when we leave the house, so we keep in there gum, lint roller, sunglasses, things like that. And then we also have one for our hats, mittens, just handy to have things in one category organized together. And a similar system we have in the kitchen, just having every item have a place. So, the bread goes in this bread bin that we keep inside a cupboard. That's where all of our snacks go as well. And it's not a perfect storage system, but it's just about giving everything a home. One thing that also find streamlines a little bit my day is I actually moved plates to be down in this drawer that's right next to the dishwasher. This way, when I'm unloading the dishwasher, it's just so much quicker, and the dishes can be quite heavy, so having to lift them up in cupboards just feels like a bit more effort. And then I'm moving on to our glass food containers, and the way I like to organize these is I take them out and put all the lids on. It might seem like they take up more space, but actually it makes life so much easier when you reach for a container and it's already, all packed and ready to go, and you don't have to go fishing for all the lids and have them tumble over you. just makes things a bit easier. Our entryway also needed a little bit of attention, so I'm taking some random Lego pieces I found around the living room, gonna take them upstairs back to my son's bedroom. And then we have some recycling we need to put away, some old drawings that the kids don't need anymore. And the ones that I do want to save, I'm going to take upstairs in the folder where we keep kind of the most special memories and the special drawings that they recently did. Anything else can go in the recycling, because they create a huge amount of drawings and there's no way we can keep all of it. Then we have these hair ties and things for my daughter, so I'm gonna put them in this basket where they belong. This is in our understairs toilet, and it's just a handy spot for when we leave the house. Then I go through the mail and see if there's anything that needs my attention right away, or things that I need to keep in there for a little bit, but anything that's junk mail or things that we don't really need anymore goes straight in recycling. I had quite a bit of decluttering to do in my daughter's room because she has outgrown some of her clothes. She has just turned 2, so she's kind of moving up a size now. And I just wanted to go through her room. I straightened up the toys because that's always needed, and I can also look through them, see if there's anything she doesn't really play with anymore, anything we can maybe donate. But yeah, there wasn't much when it came to toys in here. I did decide to get rid of her. We have this humidifier that we used to use when she was a baby, but I realized we haven't used it in probably a year or so, and I'm going to just declutter it, maybe give it to somebody else, because obviously we're not making use of it. So I'm just having a quick look through her clothes here, and I've put away some of the clothes that I noticed were too small for her now, just on this shelf in her wardrobe, so that I knew when it was time to declutter, those are all the things that needed to go. I've also been ordering some new things for her in the next size up from Vinted, so those are supposed to be arriving very soon. And yeah, it's such a bittersweet thing to do. You realize your kids are getting older, but it is necessary because we just don't want to hold on to a bunch of items and clothes that we don't need anymore. We don't plan on having any more kids anyway, so yeah, no, we're not keeping them anymore. We're just straight away either selling or donating, or giving to friends, and just making space in our home for the things that we do use and that we do enjoy. And then I'm moving into my son's bedroom. I'm just hiding some Legos he played with here on the floor, and I'm going to put that in the drawer under his bed. That's where all of his Lego goes. And then he's got a couple of baskets here for soft toys. That's kind of the container that we use. And, if it gets too full, then we look at maybe decluttering some if he wants to buy any new ones. Then I'm just making his bed, and honestly, making the bed with a toddler is such a fun thing to do, because you straighten up one thing, they take something off. I know one day I'll look back and miss these moments. And I also did a bit of decluttering on his desk. He loves doing artwork, and he also loves writing his own books, which I think is so cute. And he goes through so much paper, but there are lots of little scraps of paper that he doesn't need anymore. So I'm just keeping, the things that are more special, the books that he's written. I want to keep those for memories. But yeah, all the little scraps of papers can go in the recycling. So I'm just giving everything a quick wipe, and I'm preparing his book so that it's ready for when he wants to work on it again after school. And that's my house reset done. I hope this was enjoyable maybe to watch, and I will see you in my next video.